All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It's right around 5 p.m. West Coast time. I am going to call it 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on that there East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter, and we've got a ton of people lining up, ready to talk, ready to chat, ready to waste a little bit of time, actually. Hopefully, have a little bit of fun. So, I want to say thanks to Shock once again for opening the stream doors with all that info, time zones, etc., etc. And it looks like we have got, let's see here, PPP Bang coming in, second in the house. It's a little dancing dinosaur. And Shock coming in on that YouTube side to make sure everybody's able to see everything. And I see Mariana on that there YouTube side. We also have Darlene and Terry in Scotland. And we've got Rick. In fact, I'm just going to go down the line here. I am doing too many I've got two screens of messages going on. So we've got Katie's Aura coming in with that there Terry raid. Pinnell as well with that there raid. I'm pretty sure Terry came in with Terry's raid. So hey Terry, hey Pinnell, hey Katie's Aura. Let's see here. Who else came in? PPP Bang with his little magic eye coming on in. And with a watch streak of 3 stream streak. Excelente. And eMusic saying aloha all. And Rick saying how's it? Let's see here. We've got DJ Smook also coming in with the raid. And let's see here. Aloha, Darlene. eMusic, aloha again. Mama Sean, Mama Sean. We're going to talk about Mama Sean today a little bit. Well, not really about Mama Sean. We've got 2 topics that vaguely affect her. One of them is postcards. The other one is hamburgers. Yes, that's right. Hamburgers. Didn't we talk about hamburgers before? Yes, we did. And we're going to again. All right. So, let's see. Mariana, like I said, hello. And DJ Smoot, Pinnell saying hello to Ashes, who's right here, but I'll leave her. And oh, Shock, your hair's up today too. Mine looks better. I'm glad that mine looks better because quite honestly, I put it up hours ago and forgot to deal with it. And so when it came time to stream, I went into the bathroom and was like, well, good enough. So I'm glad that you think it's good enough as well. And Terry in Scotland, thank you so much for that 1,000 biddies. Awesome, dude. I'm super stoked. And DJ Smook, not only are we going to be talking about burgers, my dear, you're going to have a lot of input on this there burger topic because it is Whataburger we're going to be talking about. In fact, we can talk about Whataburger in just a second, but before we do that, let's get the party started. All right, there we have it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Whataburger is a Texas burger chain, and it has been around for, about 75 years. In fact, here, let's go take a look at some pictures. No, that's not what we wanted. No. Oh, no. Why is it not doing this? Stop. Go back to the beginning. There we go. All right. So, you guys, Whataburger. It is, the Smookster, and you know what Whataburger is. Exactly. 75 years old as of 2025, and 11 states are getting new Whataburgers. So, what are some of these states? Well, of course, the famous 8th island, the famous 8th island of the Hawaiian Isles. Or is it the 9th island? No, it's the 8th island. No, it's the 11th island. I don't know. But anyway, if you want to go gambling in 9th island. All right. I thought it was like 8. That doesn't sound right. 9th island, Las Vegas. And obviously that is a city, not a state, but Las Vegas, Nevada is in line to be one of those places. Another place is North Carolina. And Whataburger might come to the UK also, Katie Zora. Dude, I'm super stoked. And yes, it is inaudible. The background music is inaudible, Shock, because I had it muted. So here we go. North Carolina. For those of you in North Carolina or with relatives in North Carolina or South Carolina, all y'all are going to be able to have some Whataburger within the next year. But that's not all. We've also got Colorado, so it's getting closer to where I'm at, but not close at all still. And then we've got the state of Georgia. They're getting their, oh, am I? Hold on. Okay. I think I fixed it. I accidentally turned on my double mic instead of turning on the music. So now I turn the music on and turn the other thing off. Okay, good. All right. So here we go. Let's see here. So, DJ Smook says, honey, chicken, biscuit, Sammy's, the shroom burger, spicy cheeseburger, and others are numbers. Precisely. And here, Darlene, we can continue on. You will find out what a Whataburger is. So, also going to be getting some Whataburgers. It's Arkansas. Does not surprise me. Florida, y'all. Pussycat, I'm looking in your direction. Mariana, I'm looking in your direction. Y'all getting some in Florida's. And let's see here, Mississippi also getting one or more than one. And Mama Sean, this is where you come in. Mama Sean, this is where you come in. Mama Sean, this is where you come in. Arizona is getting their own Whataburger. And because they are creeping up to Arizona and to Colorado, I do have hopes that one day the Pacific Northwest might actually have a Whataburger. Also coming through to New Mexico, which makes sense because if they're going to Arizona, they might as well go through New Mexico if they're coming from Texas. And then, of course, they're going to be putting more Whataburgers in Texas. Texas, I think, has somehow 500 and some odd Whataburger locations. But what Whataburger is this. If you see this sign, this orange and white concoction, you know you're near a Whataburger. That is what a Whataburger looks like. The building. This, however, is what their French fries look like. And that is more of their building. Sorry about that. This is part of their menu. And by the way, I'm not talking about the nutrition. I didn't put this for the nutrition. Okay, I did not put this for a nutrition. Oh no, really, Mama Sean? You've had Whataburger for 20 years? Well, they made it sound like 11 new states were getting Whataburgers. Now I'm really annoyed. But anyway, they've got a sweet and spicy bacon burger. They've got a double meat burger. Got spicy chicken sandwiches. They got grilled chicken sandwiches. They got southern bacon chicken. I don't know what that is. But what I do know is this is what it looks like. And I also know that they have their own kind of ketchups. So do you see? They do not use Heinz. They do not use Hunt's. They do not use whatever it is that other places use. They have their own ketchup, both spicy and regular. And then, of course, they've got their little chicken strips and other things. And here's their fancy pants regular burger. But here's the deal, y'all, okay? You can special order stuff and get your own custom-made burger. Now, that being said, you hate tomatoes and pickles on burgers. Pickles most because they're always warm and floppy. Whereas, yeah, PPP Bang, my sister's just like you, but Darlene, I'm just like you. I love pickles on my burger. I think that pickles totally need to be on a burger. But here's the deal, you guys. Here's the real deal. Okay, so all of these burgers, okay, that's not a burger, but doesn't that look tasty? Doesn't that burger look tasty? Those burgers look like they're pretty tasty. Okay, that doesn't look tasty, right? But these burgers kind of look tasty. Tasty burger, good picture. Tasty looking food. Tasty looking burger in the picture. Here's what they look like, though, in real life. You can get a 6-patty burger. You can get a 6-patty burger. Oh, Shock, you want a burger that's not as anemic and underfed? How about that one? This burger. This is what the burgers really look like. This burger is really what their burgers look like. Because you know how they always make burgers look so tasty. This burger looks a little less than ideal, but it does look mighty tasty. I would have no problem trying to eat that burger. I think there's at least 6 patties, maybe more. But it's definitely not the most appetizing looking meat. But at the same time, I wouldn't order one that big, but if someone gave me a burger that big, I would actually try to eat it. And I know, Mama Sean, doesn't the meat look kind of nasty? I mean, it really does, which is what makes me laugh, because look at the meat in here versus the meat in here. And okay, you can't look at the meat there. Versus the meat in here. It's so funny how they can make their burgers look so delicious if they want to, but then this is what it really looks like. Like, that's exactly, like, that's what it really is gonna look like. And Darlene, exactly, you make the burgers here with good beef, and then you can put whatever toppings anyone wants. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that really makes you feel like you're eating a cow straight out of the grinder. Absolutely. And Mariana, I agree, it does look dry. It needs more cheese, it needs more mayonnaise, it needs more something. But if nothing else, that is that's really what it looks like. And Terry's like, that actually looks kind of gross. And PBB Bang, speaking as though he was from Texas. PBB Bang, are you sure you're not really from Texas? That needs Jesus. And that is the most Texas, Southern Baptist way to refer to a burger. That burger needs Jesus. That burger needs Jesus. And Pinnell, I once met someone that staged photo shoots for burgers. Seriously, they do. I mean, obviously, because you've got the one amateur picture, which is really what the burger looks like in your hand, versus all those fancy pictures that make it look so delicious. Oh yeah, food photography is totally a thing. And yeah, and actually, in order to do food photography, there's a lot of little tricks. For instance, and I'm sure many of you guys know this, but if you're filming or photographing, say, an advertisement for Frosted Flakes cereal, let's just say, a cereal, okay? Now, the focus is supposed to be obviously on the cereal, but if you're doing a photo shoot of a bowl of cereal, there's milk involved in there too. Milk, however, doesn't photograph well or video well. Milk looks really thin and see-through and kind of bluish when you take videos of it. And so they don't use milk when they're doing video shoots, commercials, or, advertising shots. For milk, they use Elmer's glue, watered down Elmer's glue, because it keeps its opaque whiteness in the picture. So yeah, food photography is a thing. In fact, I've heard that when they're like staging a picture for, say, a potato chip, a bowl of potato chips. And Verity, good to see you. And it smells under hot lights. Hadn't even thought about that. And also, Verity bringing up a very good point. The hot lights are a huge ordeal when it comes to dealing with some of the foods. For instance, if you're trying to take a picture of an ice cream scoop, you need to do it quick. Otherwise, if the ice cream isn't the focus of the shot and it's just like background food, they generally don't use the ice cream. They use colored mashed potatoes, because mashed potatoes holds a scoop shape better. Now, obviously, when it comes to truth in advertising, if the ad is actually about the ice cream, you do have to show real ice cream. But if the ad is like, say, about Hershey's syrup going on top of the ice cream, you don't use ice cream. You use mashed potatoes. Or, as I was saying, if you're a food photographer who's like gonna take a picture of a bowl of potato chips, well, in order to get that one bowl of potato chips, they'll probably go through 20 or 30 bags of potato chips. just to find that one perfect chip in that bag, that one perfect chip in that bag, that one perfect chip from that bag, to finally fill the bowl with 30 perfect chips. It might take 30 bags. Because a perfect chip has, perfectly shaped, no weird divots, no discolorations, no folding. The chip cannot be folded. I mean, personally, I love a good folded potato chip, but not for the picture, you can't, right? So, yeah, food photography is a legit hardcore business. You have to know how to dress the food, basically. And let's see here. And then, actually, Verity Hunt, sidebar, there's a whole other world of fake food. Absolutely. Fake, yes, there is. That is a whole other topic, which I'm not prepared to talk about. And Rick, you always look for that hidden image in the chips that you eat. Nice. And I agree, Shock, the folded ones are the best. I eat the folded ones first. And I save my, I do enjoy looking for the perfect chip. Because sometimes there is just a chip so perfect that you're just like, this really should be in a picture. And Darlene and Smook, I'd snack attack food once the photography is done. I'm sure that they give away all those unused bags of chips or whatever, but I don't know, dude. After you've spent the whole day elbow deep in Oscar Mayer hot dogs, I'm not so sure I'd be in the mood for eating an Oscar Mayer hot dog anytime soon, right? I don't know. I'd like to think that I wouldn't let the food go to waste, but I feel like I might. And I say this as a person of size. And hey, E.T. Guerrero, so good to see you. And yes, actually, yes, that's right. Aware's dad used to be a food photographer for Pillsbury. I did miss you saying that, but you're right. He totally used to be. And he also, I think, for a little while worked with Hormel on their Spam line, which doesn't surprise me because they are located, I believe, in the same state as where Spam comes from. But yeah, Aware's family has definitely been all up in the advertising business for many, many years, and yeah, has worked for some big names. And DJ Smook, especially the ones that have the extra seasoning stick in them. Right, exactly. And the foldeds are usually really good about that. And PPP Bang, on 6th grade, we got visited a chip factory on a field trip, and we got to eat all the free chips we wanted. PPP Bang, who thought of that field trip for a 6th grader? They need to be awarded with the best. That is the most perfect field trip for 6th graders. Actually, honestly, it's probably the most perfect field trip for anyone. But seriously, if you're going to have to take a bunch of flippin' 6th graders somewhere, oh my God, a chip factory. I would be so excited to be one of the parent chaperones on that field trip. That sounds like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful field trip. I can't even imagine how much better a chip must taste when it's fresh. Because they're good when they're not fresh, but I'll bet you when they're fresh, they are even gooder. And exactly, Darlene, when you worked at a counter making sundaes, scooping cones, making malts, you couldn't even look at ice cream. Exactly. Which is sort of what they do. I know that they do it in chocolate shops. I'm sure you probably had the opportunity as well, Darlene. But oftentimes when you're working at, say, a chip factory or whatever, they absolutely let you eat all you can eat for as long as you want. And as a general rule of thumb, after the first week or two, after you've eaten all the ice cream you can eat, all the potato chips you can eat, all the chocolate you can eat, all the whatever it is that they're making that you can eat, you don't want that anymore. You don't want it anymore. And I can speak from truth on that with chocolate, something I never ever thought would happen to me. But I actually got tired of chocolate in the middle of making candy. And yeah, yeah. And, right, Terry in Scotland, if you ever work in a pizza joint, as I did, you will develop an abiding hatred for pizza sauce. Exactly. And yeah, so, those free chips for those kids, I'm sure that Chip Factory didn't even miss them because all the new employees were eating those free chips as well. Although I gotta say, you guys, let's go to the Frito-Lay factory, okay? Hey, Picola T, welcome in. We are, would you guess we're talking about food? Would it have ever crossed your mind that we were talking about food? Because we were. Potato chips at this point. But it has evolved. It started at burgers. And let's see here. Mariana coming in. Oh yeah, growing up, my mom and stepdad and uncle all worked at Hungry Howie's. I can't eat Hungry Howie's anymore. I thought I hated pizza for the longest time. Yeah, I don't know what Hungry Howie's is, but I assume it's a pizza joint, and I absolutely full on understand what you mean by that. And Pinnell, oh good, you still like Greek food after working in a Greek restaurant one summer. Well, you know what, Pinnell, I'm gonna give a guess as to why that is. And part of the reason I'm guessing is because Greek food is very there's a lot. It's not just pizza sauce, right? Greek food has a lot of core ingredients, or whatever. So I could see how maybe you could get away with not getting bored of any of them yet. But, when you're making just ice cream, the smell of ice, the smell of chocolate, it got old. How could the smell of chocolate get old? It does. And let's see here. Oh, you are on route to Singapore, Quality. Good. World traveling as usual. And, let's see here. E.T. Guerrero. Yes, I worked in a macadamia nut candy place, and after a couple weeks, no more candies. Precisely. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you're right, Picola T. I guess the basis for Greek food is olive oil, lemon, and garlic. But you know what? God help me if I ever dislike the smell of olive oil, lemon, and garlic. Because that would just make me sad. And Mariana coming out with a really good question. Anybody else work at Mickey D's as a teenager or a young adult? I personally did not, but I did work at a bowling alley cafe. And I'm sure that this is sort of the case for any restaurant, McDonald's or otherwise. After you start working at that restaurant, everything starts to taste the same. It just tastes like the restaurant. In fact, actually, the bar that I go to, Waku, it's a Chinese food restaurant. It's been around for 75 years. And, their kitchen has a certain wok hay that makes their food all taste like food that came from Waku. Well, that essence is so imbued within the building that during football games, when they make popcorn, in the popcorn machine in the bar, not a popcorn machine in the kitchen, not in a wok in the kitchen, popcorn machine in the bar, I swear to God, the popcorn still tastes like it comes from Waku. It has the essence of the restaurant in the flippin' popcorn. And let's see here. Okay, so Terry in Scotland, you worked at Dairy Queen. Makes sense. Texas, the two burger joints they are mostly noted for, or at least back in the past, Dairy Queen and Whataburger. So, yeah, if you hadn't worked at Whataburger, I'd assumed it was Dairy Queen. And when you were 18, you went to Mickey D's and your ex was taking your order. It was awkward. You know what, PB Bang? I would be willing to bet that there's 1,001 people with a story exactly like that about McDonald's, because everybody's ex worked at McDonald's at some point, right? Yep, and let's see here. Terry in Scotland, you love green olives. I never saw the point of black olives. Don't know why you said that, but I'm going to say that you're weird and you're wrong, because green olives are gross and black olives are only slightly less gross. But that's okay. You can have all the olives in the world, black or green. I'm really not a fan. Let's see here. So, alrighty, so we've got some things to talk about a little bit. And wait, shock, you worked at Baskin Robbins, a fake deli and a real deli, and then you worked for Business Computer Exchange, the red pages in the computer shopper. I don't know what the red pages are, but, and right, DJ Smook, perfect example. I worked at a movie theater and I am staying away from the popcorn now. Right, exactly. In fact, funny you should say that about the popcorn, because I can't go into a Target. I don't think they do them anymore, but Target used to sell popcorn right by the entrance. I think they got rid of their food court. But when Target, now that I think about it, they have. But when Target first came to my neighborhood, they had a food court. Target was one of my first jobs. I hated that flipping job. I hated that company, actually. But the reason why I never went back to another Target after I quit had nothing to do with how much I hated the company, had nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with anything. I just couldn't stand the smell of the popcorn. Walking through that Target door and getting hit with their popcorn stench, it made me turn. I couldn't deal with the popcorn. So I have no doubt in my mind, DJ Smook, that after working in a theater of all places, popcorn is just not even an option for you. And let's see here. You were a chambermaid for a bit, then moved to Toronto, the Greek restaurant. I don't know what a chambermaid is. I mean, I know the word, but I don't know what it means. Ooh, Mama Sean, you worked at Farrell's. Definitely decided food service is not your thing. Yeah, I can definitely appreciate that. I was a busser at a bowling alley restaurant, and let me tell you, I got to work the breakfast shift a lot. Dried syrup, dried egg yolk, dried ketchup are three of the most difficult things to wipe off of a table, and they're all features of breakfast. And, let's see here. Terry and Scotland, you remember back when all Woolworths had soda fountains? Those were the days, dude. Yep. Oh, cleans hotel rooms. Oh, right. Okay. Got it. Right. That is a job I honestly... The hotel maids, dude, that's one of the hardest, least thankful, gross jobs you could probably have. You never know what you're going to end up with when you open that hotel room, and some people are just awful. I am so respectful, Pinnell, of you even thinking to take that job. It's such a flippin' hard job. It's a physical job. It's a gross job at times. Sometimes it's easy, sure, but when it's not easy, it is not easy. Yeah. And let's see here. Gross showers there. Yeah. A lot of things have the potential to get kind of gross. And let's see here. I served at banquets and concerts, says Pocola T, since I'm short and wouldn't block views. Got to work right up against the stage. Oh, that makes sense. Right. DJ Smooth. Woolworths! I loved their Lihing Maui popcorn when I was a kid. The Hawaii Woolworths were creative like that. Yeah, I've never thought of Lihing on popcorn before. Well, now that's an interesting idea. I might give that a whirl. Now, DJ Smook, I'm not suggesting you do it because you avoid popcorn these days, but I don't avoid popcorn, so, you know. Alrighty, so let's see here. What should we talk about now? Because we're talking about things and stuff like food. You might go back now. Well, if it's been long enough, yes, it's worth a shot. In fact, I think I already said this to you guys though, but I'm going to tell you again. So for the last year, I've been avoiding sugar for the most part. Very rare occasions of whatever. Anyway, right before New Year's, I decided I was going to maybe do a little binge on some gluten stuff, some sugar stuff. I decided to have a Coca-Cola from McDonald's. And oh my God, dude, it was so delicious. It was everything. I hadn't had Coca-Cola in over a year. Well, anyway, however you want to say it, I haven't had it in over a year. It was the most delicious Coca-Cola I'd had in so long. I'm glad you caught that joke, PB Bang. And I was actually kind of worried because I was worried that I was going to be tempted to go to drink more of it later on, even though I need not. But alas, about 6 hours after I drank the Coca-Cola, I got horrible heartburn, and so now I am not going to be drinking Coca-Cola again, or Pepsi, or Coca-Cola. I will not be drinking it ever again. DJ Smook, crack Coke is what Mickey D sells. That's exactly it. McDonald's has the best Coke. They pour the best Coke, which is why I was like, if I'm gonna splurge, I might as well make it worth splurging and do it right. So I went to McDonald's, paid $1.50, got myself a huge thing of Coke. I didn't come close to finishing it. But it was so good. I mean, when it was going down, it was so good. 6 hours later, it was not so good. But at the enjoyment portion of the drinking, or the drinking portion of the experience, it was full of enjoyment. And yes, sugar is a tough one to quit, Verity, which is why I was like, after I had the sip, I was like, oh, I'm so glad this was so worth it. But I also was like, gosh, I kind of wish it wasn't, because it's nice when you go back and you eat something that you think you want, and then you realize after you haven't had it for so long, when you go back and eat it, you're like, I don't really like this. And that's really nice, because then you don't want it anymore. And Picola Tea, I am full on right there with Mr. P's life philosophy. If I'm going to be bad, I want it to be good. Exactly. I'm not going to go, if I'm going to go binge on some pizza, if I'm going to go to Gluten Fest, just be like, I'm going to get a pizza, I'm not going to Little Caesars. I'm going to the hand-tossed, fire-cooked whateverness. I'm doing the high-end stuff. And then, because otherwise it's just not worth it at all. And Darlene also worked at a Kohl's department store. Then I moved up to better jobs, better pay and benefits. Y'all, I've never been to a Kohl's store. I don't even know what a Kohl's is. We've got them around here. But whenever I think of Kohl's, I just think of khaki slacks and sweater vests. And I don't do khaki slacks and sweater vests at all. I don't know if Kohl's even carries khaki slacks and sweater vests. But isn't Kohl's like IKEA? No, it's Kohl's is for clothing, I think. PBB Bang. I cannot speak to it because I've never been to a Kohl's, because all Kohl's sells to me, it looks like it sells to me, is khaki slacks and sweater vests. And I don't wear khaki slacks or sweater vests. But people that I know who go to Kohl's, they really love Kohl's. I maybe should go one day. It might be a neat store. They are around, but I just Kohl's just seems like it's full of beige. And so it's like H&M. I don't think it's like H&M in the sense that H&M, well, maybe, I guess. H&M seems like it's more geared towards younger people, whereas Kohl's definitely strikes me as being geared towards soccer moms. Mama Sean, it's like JCPenney, right? Yeah, I guess. There you go. Also a place that gives me mom jeans and sweater vest vibes. Terry in Scotland, who was that senator from Pennsylvania who always wore sweater vests? He ran for president. Oh yeah, Rick Santorum. Yeah, I don't remember him. I mean, I do remember him, but not for his sweater vests, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And if you guys don't, if you guys are curious about these thoughts and looks and faces that I'm giving, and if you're curious and you're brave, go to urbandictionary.com and look up what Santorum means. By the way, Santorum in UrbanDictionary.com was absolutely named after this guy. Like, after the politician that Terry just, talked to you about. Yeah. It was named after him on purpose. If you're curious and you're brave, if you have any sense to you, you will not do that. You will listen to what Shock is screaming into the computer. I can hear you across the country, Shock. And you really should listen to her. Don't do what I told you could do. Don't do it. And just no. Yeah, you know what? I know, you done did it, BB Bang, and I blocked it. And I blocked it. Now, PB Bang, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble for posting that, but don't do that again. This is supposed to be a family-friendly stream, which is why I was like, oh, whenever I hear that politician's name, things immediately go awful. And let's see here. Okay, so Kohl's makes me think of 2000s country club mom and dads. Right, exactly, Mariana, and that is just not my vibe, right? And now you want to try them out. Dick's too. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Do you mean Dick's Burgers? Because we've got a Dick's Burgers. Are we talking about burgers or what are we talking about here? And let's see here. Yes, exactly. That's what happened to you, PPB Bang. And you like to live on the edge. Exactly. Yes. That is what we're doing here today. We have just gotten into some very seriously, awfully bad territory. And I'm very glad you guys are all rolling with it, because we do try to be family friendly. On the other hand, sometimes we do realize we are pretty much a bunch of adults in the room. And, yeah, exactly. Okay, so, all right, we've got 3 minutes till our Lono listening break. Let's see if I've got one thing that we could talk about. Right, I don't actually, I don't have the Nikki video queued up, but we could watch the Nikki video later on. But I know what we're gonna do before we go to our Lono listening break. Let's talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. This is let's talk about the other. No, we're talking about Mama Sean. We are talking about Mama Sean's project. Well, it's not really her project, but it's her son's project. The TV. No, there's no TV involved in here. The teacher of the second grade class that the teacher teaches, they want a bunch of postcards from around the world. And so far, a few people have sent their postcards. You can see that this is where they're going to get posted. And if you look at the very, very bottom of the International Love wall, you might see a postcard that looks blue, and what do you know? It looks blue, and it also looks like it's got an orca in it. And you know what? It does have an orca in it, and that is the postcard that I sent. And on the back of the postcard, what I wrote was, I said, "Hello from Seattle, Washington. In this picture is Mount Rainier. It's a volcano. The water is called the Puget Sound. We have 3 pods of orcas that swim in Puget Sound. They are called Southern Resident Orcas. J-Pod, K-Pod, and L-Pod are the names of the pods. P.S. Another name for the Puget Sound is Salish Sea. Our native tribes from Washington used the Salish Sea for food and travel." And so that is the card that I sent. Now, if you want to send a postcard, thank you very much, Shock, for trying, but I've got it. I actually have this one covered for once. This is the address that you can send the Let's see here. This is the address that they can send, that you can send some stuff to. A postcard, not just stuff. Don't just send stuff. Don't send stuff. But here we are. Katie's Aura, Pinnell, PBB Bang. You guys are, Terry in Scotland. You guys are all from out of the country. Now, I don't know how much it costs to mail a postcard to the United States. So, what I'm asking you might be economically ridiculously unfeasible and stupid. But on the off chance that sending a postcard to the United States isn't that big of a financial burden, I think that the kids would be super stoked to see a postcard from Finland. Are you kidding me? What the hell? You know, Scotland, Canada, the UK, England, Wales, wherever. I think that it would be fantastic for the kids to actually get stuff from out of the country. Because like I said, I mean, I already mailed mine, but mine's from in the country. It's not out of the country. They're looking for international love. And so Pinnell, being the smart one, got a prepaid postcard, boop-a-doop, sent it in. Honestly, I don't even think y'all have to write anything on the postcard. I did, just to let people know what was in the, and the postcard, by the way, also sort of explains, the stuff that was in the picture. But yeah, so if you guys are feeling generous or adventurous, or like you want to, throw the second grade kids a bone, this is the address that you can do that. And then eventually, boop, your postcard might end up here. And I'm hoping that eventually, as the wall gets built up, we might get more pictures from Mama Sean. But if we don't, that's fine. It's not her job to put on it wasn't, it's not her job to provide this stream with content. And so thank you, Stream Elements. I don't know how Stream Elements knew how to do that, but Shock made it do that. Thank you Shock. And Darlene, mine wasn't international either, and mine is up there. So I don't think that's the sticky wicket. I think maybe just this picture. Darlene, this picture, I've had it for almost a week now. I meant to show it 2 streams ago. So this is by no means up to date. I am sure that by now there are more cards. And so just because you don't see it on here, it doesn't mean they didn't put it up. And let's see here. I took a screenshot, but Finland is going through rough times and everyone is struggling with these prices now. We about to go bankrupt. Yeah, no flipping doubt, dude. You and everybody else. Oh, you didn't? Let's see. Testing with new line. No, you didn't. Oh, okay. Okay, cool, Mama Sean. Yeah, ask for more pictures if can. I mean, obviously, it's not anybody's job to put content on the stream, but we're kind of all a little bit invested in this, and I think Photo Luke might like updates as well. And I am very excited that Photo Luke is. I'm very excited that Photo Luke is on this bandwagon as well, because he's got people from all over the world. I mean, we've got people from parts of all over the world, but Photo Luke Hawaii has people from all over all of the world. So there you go. And Pecola T, you're a world traveler. If you want to pop a postcard in the mail while you're out doing things and stuff, where all the places you go, Miss Hernandez's class might be stoked on that. But you know what we're not stoked on? We're not stoked on the fact that we're 4 minutes past our Lono listening break. That's right, we have got 4 minutes past our scheduled Lono listening break. So we are going to... Can you guess what we're going to do right now? We're going to listen to some Lono. All right, let's do it. Boop. Kuapaka. Molokai.
Kuapaka o Molokai, nui ka makani o hola a mau, kaula na koinoa e o la mau, Molokai nui a hina. Hauali ali a o kanaka kai uki uki o kala maula hai o ka mili loa momo ka inui e hina ihuanu o ka vela e ka hanui o ka malo he akai o ka lailoa molo ka inui e hina Maka ole hua o uala pu e ki puka holo o ka lua aha pu ulolo o mapu lehu molo ka inui e hina Mana I helea o kaina halu ke hao o ai alua alo pali o hono uli molo kainui a hina Moa ke o pu o hoku halava nui a me ki o halava e ke pue o wailau molo ka inui a hina Pu'upilo o pele kunu kaupa moa ula o kalauau ko kilai o kalau papa molo ka inui a hina Kuapa o momi kumuma o mao kalua koi kamakani huli a kala au molo ka inui a hina Malualua hale o lono ki ai au o leua ka ele o pala au molo ka inui a hina Haina mai ana kapuana kuapaka o molokai nui ka makani o la a mau mau molokai nui a hina Haina mai ana kapuana kuapaka o molokai nui ka makani o la a mau mau molokai nui a hina molokai nui a hina molokai nui a hina Kuafaka Cool.
Hey, you know we do what we can. And let's see here. Vicola T says some of my wildest adventures have involved postcards, such as riding a noisy tuk-tuk through a small Indian town to buy stamps at a post office, then watching the long bureaucratic process to count out the 4 international stamps, as if it were high-level stuff. Well, you know, maybe not a whole lot of international mailing goes out there, so it's all new. And yes, shock, the Thai international stamps are ginormous. Oh, I don't know where. I think I've got your postcard within arm's reach, but I'm not quite sure. So instead of me looking, I'll just agree. Yes. But for those of you who didn't quite, for those of you who have never heard it, all right. So there's a joke that is one of my favorite jokes, actually. And Terry in Scotland was making a funny point, or asking a funny question about whether or not a card depicting a Scotsman in an intimate brace with a sheep would be suitable picture for the postcard. For those of you who don't know, it is sort of a well-known joke that Scotsmen love their sheep. So, one of my favorite jokes goes a little something like this. What's the difference between the Rolling Stones and a Scotsman? The Rolling Stones say, "Hey, you, get off of my cloud." Whereas a Scotsman says, "Hey, McLeod, get off of my you." So there you go. That is my Scottish racist joke. Or whatever. I don't know if you'd call it a race, because Scots is really not a race, but whatever. So, "Hey, McLeod, get off of my you," instead of "Hey, you, get off of my cloud." That's right, I'm explaining the joke, because it always makes it funnier. So, anyway, yeah. And I have to say, I'm proud of that joke, because I made my sister so angry once. Angry and in tears, anger, as she was just so upset. And I didn't mean to. I don't even know. I clearly pushed a button. She broke down. And in order to make her stop crying, I told her that joke. And it actually did work. So, remember that. The difference between a Rolling Stones and a Scotsman. "Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Hey, McLeod, get off of my you." Okay. And, let's see here. And Pinnell, your sister usually needs jokes explained. I actually told that joke to somebody, and they laughed, but then they had to ask me what a U was, and I was like, well, if you don't know what a U was, then how on earth did you think the joke was funny? But they still laughed, so I explained the joke to them, even though they thought it was funny. And let's see here. Is it England where they have the cheese rolling competition? I believe it is England where they've got that crazy cheese rolling competition, although it might be Wales. So definitely don't quote me on that. Okay, Pinnell coming in with yes. And Shock coming in with a classic musical joke. What's the difference between a banjo and an onion? Nobody cries when you cut up a banjo. And let's see here. Daisy is watching with you now. What can I say? A man gets lonely. I don't know what Daisy is, so I don't know. Oh, Daisy is your sheep. I get it now. I need jokes explained. All right, you guys. So I am going to talk about something very, very random. Let's see here. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not going to talk about something very random. I'm going to now. Okay, haha, we've had our fun, and we are going to continue to have fun because this is supposed to be fun. And on that point, I'm about to probably regret what I'm about to do, but we are about to touch on a potentially controversial and banned topic. That is not the point of this discussion. In fact, I'm going to shut down. If it veers into what it has the potential to veer into, we're shutting it down. This is only meant with no judgment, no anything. This is truly only meant as, hey, did you know this? And because I'm saying, hey, did you guys know this? I'm asking this because my boss and her husband had no idea. And so I'm just like bringing people who might not know the background, I'm just letting them know the backstory. This is not meant... I am going to regret bringing this up. All right, so back in 2013, 12 years ago, 2013, there was a meme on the internet. It's a meme. Do you guys know what a meme is? You know, it's a picture with, you know, a little thing. There's a meme on the internet, and it's referred to now as the Doge meme. Are you familiar with what the Doge meme is? The Doge meme is this dog, super cute little Shiba Inu, and there's Doge Speak. This was on the cover of a internet magazine. Many edits, so internet meme, much wiki, very readers, how-to article. You know, so this is a Doge meme. This is also a Doge meme with Doge Speak. So snow, very winter, such freeze, OMG, right? So this was considered the meme of the year for 2013. This was a huge, fun meme. People love this meme. I mean, and Doge Speak actually still exists. In fact, the other night when we were watching Master and Commander, and I was saying there was a lot of swashbuckling, I spoke in Doge Speak. So buckle, much swash, right? So Doge Speak, right? Doge. Yeah, you guys are familiar with the term Doge, aren't you? Right. So I like that meme. Cute dog, exactly. Now, eventually, Doge meme turned into a Doge coin, and there is actually several what they're called meme coins, and they're based on memes, and all of them started as a joke. They all were started as a joke, but then but Dogecoin is real. I actually own $50 worth of Dogecoin right now. Setchcore wallet. Much upgrade, please. And it's considered the people's cryptocurrency. This, by the way, if you go to Dogecoin.com to buy some Dogecoin, this is literally what the cryptocurrency website looks like. All right, now, funny, Dogecoin cryptocurrency. That's funny, it's a joke. Yeah, except for it's actually not that much of a joke. Because here's the deal. And yeah, if you're gonna go crypto, Doge is the one. It's super cheap. It's like running about 30 cents a coin right now. It's not that expensive. If you want to dip your toe in the crypto market, throw $50 at Doge. If you lose your $50, you lose it. If you don't, you don't, whatever. But Doge is considered a more legit coin. Why is Doge considered a legit coin? Because of Elon Musk. Elon Musk owns about 28.27% of the Dogecoin in circulation. He has more than 36 billion tokens. He's considered a Doge whale. And keep PPP bang. Your friends were mining a crap ton of Dogecoins at 2 cents per coin. Right, exactly. So, Dogecoin is a legitimate cryptocurrency. And 5 years ago, Elon Musk started to promote Dogecoin. And it was like April 19th or something like that, 5 years ago. And him getting behind Dogecoin made the value skyrocket. And now skyrocket is relative because when he first recommended it, it was at 0.002552 cents per coin. Now it's 30 cents per coin. We're still talking tiny bits of money, but the difference between 0.002552 versus 30 is astronomical. Now, Doge is currently a department in our government, which is probably where you guys are thinking you've heard that name before. Doge is an Elon Musk backed government entity based on the Dogecoin, which was based on a meme. And yes, not part of the government, and that's the problem precisely. Now, so the Dogecoin Service Temporary Organization, the Doge Service Temporary Organization logo, as of January 25, they will, they're in the government Eisenhower Executive Office building, and anyway, so my point on this is we've gone from this to that in the last 12 years, and while the hold on, let's see here. While the Department of Government Efficiency sounds like a wonderful department, really, you know, in theory, I want everyone to remember where this came from, which was a meme from 2013. Okay, now, once again, I know I am like, right here on the line. I don't want this to get political. That's not. I just want everyone to know, because people don't know. Not everybody knows. My boss had no idea that the Department of Government Efficiency, the name for that, actually started as a meme. So, you know, it's just a little bit of our the strange universe that we're living in right now. And my boss thought that was kind of ludicrous. But just so y'all know, now you know the history. It is, Doge started as a Shiba Inu meme. So there you have it, Rabbit. And let's see here. Darlene, exactly. Darlene talking back about the, hold on, let's see here. Let's get back to where we're going with playing. Let's go, not there. Is it here? Here we go. Yeah, so the difference between 0.002552 cents and 30 cents is definitely enough to get you a couple $1,000s if you had thrown in a couple $100 back in the day. For instance, if you had $1,000 of investment in Dogecoin 5 years ago, you would have nearly 400,000 Dogecoins now, and 400,000 Dogecoins at 30 cents a coin, that's about $120,000 for $1,000 deposit 5 years ago turned into 120,000. That's a pretty good return. And so I'm not at all suggesting that you go buy Dogecoin. I do have some. But I'm just letting y'all know the Doge meme, the Dogecoin, and the Doge office, or whatever you want to call that, are all related in a weird way. It's not a coincidence that they all have the same name. Not a coincidence at all. And C Honda, good to see you. I am right now talking about something I really don't want to talk about, but I just wanted to let everybody know where Doge came from. Now, on a different and better front, this is something actually I'm going to tell you guys to do. I mean, you don't have to, but may I strongly suggest you at least look into it. Oh, by the way, we're shifting gears here so hard, it's going to make your head spin, and you're going to be able to smell the burning rubber from the tires skidding. That's right, tires. TireRack.com, not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by TireRack.com, but have y'all ever shopped at TireRack.com? Do you know what TireRack.com is? Have you ever been there? I mean, okay, here's the deal. I'd be willing to bet that you guys know what it is. It's got a .com at the end, so yes, you're right. It's a website. But TireRack.com is a really wonderful, wonderful place to shop for tires. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Pecola T. TTMLIF here. I actually don't know what that means, so oops. Can you easily liquidate Bitcoins into cash? Define easily. But yeah, I can. Through my PayPal wallet, I can. Through my PayPal wallet, I can. But honestly, I don't really think, but no, I don't think anything in crypto is meant to be very easy. Oh, talk to me like I'm 5. Gotcha. I think, Koti, I'm not sure. I have to look that up to give you a better answer. But I think that if you have the right crypto wallet, you can. but I know that I don't know how to explain what a crypto wallet is to me or you. So we're going to have to talk to other people about that. Anyway, my point with going to TireRack.com is I, about 6 months ago or whatever, bought a set of tires. Some of y'all were involved in the decision. Through TireRack.com. Got financing through them. They were definitely like super cheap. Good rated tires. What I liked about going through TireRack.com was I could take my time to decide what kind of tires I wanted, and what kind of tires I wanted. I didn't feel like I was forced to make an ignorant decision on the spot at the counter of the tire shop, which is for the most part how I've bought all of my other tires before. Well, what do you think I should get? And then I got them, right? Clueless in buying it. So taking the TireRack.com route allowed me to research and feel confident in my purchase. I enjoyed that a lot. But that's not what I'm talking about. That's not really actually what I care about right now. Out of the blue last week, 2 weeks ago, I got an email from TireRack.com letting me know that there was a $75 gift certificate in the mail for me. And I was like, this must be spam and weird and wrong. So I'm not going to click on it. I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. Well, as it turns out, like a week later, I ended up, I don't know where it went. Yeah, I ended up getting a little postcard. Actually, it was in an envelope, whatever, from TireRack.com, letting me know recently, due to an internal human error, your TireRack credit card was mistakenly rebilled for a previous TireRack credit card purchase. The charge was discovered and reversed on January 9th. As a token of our appreciation for your understanding, I didn't even know it happened. We've also sent you a $75 TireRack gift certificate. Here's the code for you to redeem it. So TireRack made an error that I wasn't even aware of. And I just got $75 for it. That, to me, is really good customer service. And that is why I'm actually talking to you guys about TireRack right now. They want me to give that card to someone. I gave it to me. And I bought myself $74.90 worth of windshield wipers. Because TireRack sells more than just tires. So I got 3 Bosch windshield wipers, which, oddly enough, I had literally just been thinking to myself, I need to get some new windshield wipers. Free, basically. And so, so if you guys have, in our area, it's called Discount Tire, but in other areas, it's still the same company, but it's called something different. If TireRack is, I don't know if, okay, first off, I am 99% sure TireRack does not operate outside of North America. So for everybody in the UK, in Finland, what I'm saying here is probably useless as tits on a bull for you. Penel, I wouldn't be surprised, though I do think TireRack does operate in Canada. So, in the companies that it operates in, United States is one of them. I definitely want to recommend you guys at least give them a whirl. Give them a look-see. See if you can get something from there. And who knows, they probably won't make any mistake on your credit card and give you the $75 gift certificate, but at least you know that they do have some good customer service, and if something strange like that happens, well, hey, they got your back. That's kind of cool, you know? And so I thought I just wanted to give TireRack a little shout out, you know? I mean, and once again, no, they are not sponsoring this stream. I mean, I guess they're not sponsoring my stream, but they are sponsoring my windshields. And so yeah, I just wanted to spread some good word with that. And then, all right, so thank you guys, by the way, for not devolving the controversial topic into something that we didn't need to go down. Because we're not here to go down that path. And yeah, the best businesses are the ones who ask, how can we make this right? Exactly. Well, but you know, the funny thing is, Pacola T, they're the ones who ask, they're the ones who proactively ask, how can we make this right? Because I didn't even know they did anything wrong. Okay? I didn't even know. I didn't come to them saying, hey, this is an error. And then they would have to say, oh, how can we make this right? It was an error. They could have swept it under the rug and been, I would have had no idea. Not one clue. But instead, it's like, hi, we kind of screwed some things up on your account. But hey, you know, we fixed it. I just feel like they're a good little model. And so yeah, I wanted to give them a little shout out. And then let's see here. All right, so we've got about 15 minutes left. We can talk about, let's see here. I've got a couple things we can talk about, but I don't know which ones I want to talk about first. So I guess, you know what, we talked about, oh, right, yeah, okay, actually, Pacola T, like the companies that offered free credit monitoring because they were breached and you might have been compromised with your data. You know what, Pacola T, I, in theory, agree with you, but actually, here's the deal. I have free, I think you and I and almost everybody on, I know, right? Do they sell eggs at Tire Rack? Yeah, I could buy like 4 of them with that gift certificate. No, they don't. I looked, Terry. But Pacola T, in regards to the free credit monitoring, I get the feeling that most people are in the same situation as I am right now, which is my credit is being monitored for free in perpetuity because my data gets breached so often from so many various places that I can't even keep track anymore of which free monitoring service I have available to me because I have so many of them. And honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of the free credit monitoring service because here's the deal. Being able to monitor my credit should always be free. And if your data if you've been breached, give me money. I don't want free credit monitoring anymore. I'm tired of free credit monitoring. Everybody's getting my stuff. Everybody's getting my info. Give me money. If they start having to pay people out for every flippin' person that got their flirpin' data breached, they might start trying to work a little harder. Or maybe not. Maybe they're working as hard as they can. I don't know. But what I do know is free credit monitoring doesn't cost them anything and it doesn't do me any good. Give me money. Give me $5. Give me money. It's right, PPP Bang. That's a lot of flippins for flippin's sake. It's right. I might start throwing down some flying forks as well. Flippin' flying fork. I want money. I'm tired of this stupid free credit monitoring. I think I've got enough free credit monitoring to last me the rest of my life. It does me no good. Not to mention I can monitor my credit for free on my credit cards and my bank account now. Anyway. So what you're giving me is literally worthless. Give me money. That's what I want. I want money. That's what I want. I do believe that was a Yoko song, and you know, she knew what she was talking about. Ah, yeah. Do we need a frying pan emote? Oh. Oh, I like that. Is this the same tone as last week? Oh. No, PPP Bang. The tone last week was very different. Much more anger-filled. Much more, you're lucky I don't have a weapon because you're lucky I don't have a weapon. This is just sass. This is just sassy tone. This isn't angry tone. This is sassy tone. Sometimes they're hard to tell apart. I give you that. But no, this is just sassy. Not angry. Last week was angry. Yeah. Ooh. But speaking of not angry, and last week or something, guess what I got in the mail, you guys? So now it's no longer just a hope. 9 to 5 is going to be on our Statterbox of the Cinema one Saturday, many Saturdays from now. But we have 9 to 5 in the house. That's right. Dolly Parton, Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda. And, PB Bang, you just listened to Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 today. I figured, yeah, you meant the song. It's such a great song. Such a great song. Yes, cool down the road for Map Statter movie night. Yes, exactly. Down the road many weeks. I think next week we're doing... You'd think I would know this by now. Next week we're doing... Saturday we're doing Goodfellas. Next Saturday we're doing The Fire Inside. Next Saturday we're doing Waterworld. Then we're doing Jackie Brown. And then 9 to 5. And then 9 to 5. And let's see here, Pinnell, I got so mad at YouTube video today that I did a thumbs down on it. And they don't show the thumbs down anymore. I mean, they show you can do it, but they don't show you how many people have done it anymore, which kind of bums me out because I really like very rarely do I do a thumbs down, Pinnell, and it sounds like you probably don't either. But when I do it, I want to see how many people agree with me. I want to see how many people agree with me. And have I watched The Naked Gun on the stream? No. But if I remember correctly, I saw that movie in the theaters, and it was so stupidly funny. I just love those stupid movies. I mean, they're just dumb, but they're so funny. And I'm writing it down. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, it's stupidly hilarious. Exactly. I love movies that, like, there's no pretense of intellectual humor here. This is the most basic humor possible. But here we are, making note of it so we can go write it so we can get it later. And yes, for those of you who are on the Statterbox at the cinema, or the Discord for Chatter with Statter, there is the schedule for the movies. So for the next 5 weeks, we're pretty much good to go. And after that, who knows? Okay, so you guys, now that... Oh, wait, hold on. Elaine saying, Bank of Hawaii put a hold on your checking account. I didn't even know there was anything wrong. Called the bank and they explained they noticed small amounts from Canadian company, which I rarely order from. Oh, well, yeah, no. So late was that? So was that legit? Like, were they legit charges, or was your bank totally like, oh no, that's not? Were they right? Or because it is, it's a beautiful thing when your bank does have your back, and Tire Rack had my back, and which you rarely ordered from online, right? But were they legit orders, Elaine, or were they little scammers? Because that's what the scammers do, is they do a couple little tiny withdrawals to see if it works, and then if it doesn't, or if it does work, that's when they put in they take out the big amount. And so I know that a lot of banks and credit banks, for the most part, are very aware of, like, well, that's a strange $1.14 charge. That's a strange 37-cent charge that just came from the same place. The $1.14 charge. That's weird. Boom. Yeah. And let's see. That bank held it because crooks had access to your info. You don't know from where. Okay. Yeah. So right. So it was a legit. You weren't ordering. Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is yeah. The crooks get your info, and then they do these preliminary. Oh, let's see if I can get $1.37 out. And then it's like, then suddenly it's like, oh, look, they just drained my whole account with the last $450 or whatever. And by the way, my account don't got no $450, so, go drain my account and all 37 cents. And exactly, Cola T, when I worked in fundraising, we'd see random $1 charges. People were testing out stolen credit card numbers. Precisely, yeah, that's exactly it. And once it goes through a couple times, then they go and use it on the big purchase, which is actually kind of funny because I had a friend whose debit card got skimmed at a bar, and so they were using his debit card information to go buy stuff at the grocery store. So they had 2 charges at the grocery store. The first charge was the $40 charge, And the second charge was the $400 charge. And the bank noticed that that was not really right, because my friend who got his credit cards or debit card skimmed, it was the $40 charge, not the $400 charge, that caught their eye. He was somebody who always paid cash for things. So whenever he used his debit card, it was always a high dollar amount. So the $400 charge at the grocery store absolutely did not ring bells or whistles for the bank, because that was within the norm. But it was the $40 preliminary scan that got them caught, because the bank was like, this dude never does $40 on his debit card. This dude, he doesn't anything under $300. This guy does not pull out his debit card for. Because anything with $300 or less, he's got that money in his wallet. He's got his money in his pocket. What? A $40 charge at the grocery store? That's never happened on this account before. And so by the time they got there to run it the second time, the card had already been shut down. And so my friend was laughing. It's like, if they had just done the $400 charge first, they probably would have been able to keep using that card for the rest of the day. But because they ran it for such a small amount to begin with, it triggered the security warning. So yeah, you know. And Terry and Scotland, do I have The Naked Gun or Airplane? Another dumb movie? Yeah, I know. I know Airplane's another dumb movie. Yes. If not, I will get them for you. I don't have either. No. Wait. Have we seen Airplane on Statterbox at the cinema, y'all? I know I don't have The Naked Gun. Here, hold on. I know my lighting just got all weird. No, I don't have Airplane either. So, yeah, you can get either of them. I think I'd prefer The Naked Gun. Airplane is, I don't know. I thought Naked Gun was funnier. But yeah, there's always room for stupid, dumb movies. Okay. All right. So, alrighty, y'all. It is 3 minutes till the bottom of the hour, and I had one more thing I was going to talk to you about, and that was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but we can wait until another day for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And let's see here. Airplane I thought was watched, but I could be wrong. It could be because we've seen Airplane before. Darlene, that's exactly where I'm at too. I'm like, God, I feel like we might have. I mean, I really feel like we might have, but I don't have it in my collection. That doesn't mean we haven't played it, because there's some movies that we have played that I don't have in my collection. But Shock says we haven't, so I'm going to go with her memory. Okay. And that's right, Picola Tea. That's right, coming up next Sunday is the Superb Owl. And thanks to the Superb Owl, we won't be having a stream on Sunday. So the next time we'll be able to see each other is Saturday for Goodfellas. And then again, it'll be next Wednesday. And then everything should be back on track. And let's see here. You might be having Fritos on while celebrating the Superb Owl. I think that sounds like a delicious, delicious idea. Fritos are some of the best chips ever, in my opinion, but that's all right. And all right, so yeah, that's all I guess I have for now. And so yeah, exactly, Shock, we won't be celebrating, but somebody will. Yeah, I don't exactly celebrate the Superb Owl, but I've got a friend whose his Philadelphia Eagles team is in it, so I figure I will go celebrate with him. And also, it's like Black Friday for Frito-Lay. Yeah, I guess it is. But also though, actually, you know what? I do enjoy the Superb Owl. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. And so if you just take the B and put it to the end of the super, it becomes Superb Owl. And part of the reason why people say that is because Super Bowl is actually a trademarked phrase, and you can get in trouble if you use it too much. And so Superb Owl is what people say to get around it. And yeah, the Puppy Bowl, the Puppy Bee Owl, the Puppy Bowl and the Kitten Bowls are actually some of my favorite Super Bowl game day things, but I also really like the commercials, okay? I really like the commercials at the Super Bowl. In fact, generally speaking, the day after the Super Bowl, I spend about an hour or so scanning the internet to watch all the commercials that were shown. That's all I care about for the game. And Terry, no, I don't have an Eagles jersey. I don't want an Eagles jersey. I don't need an Eagles jersey. If I was going to have any football team's jersey, it would be Seahawks, but I don't, and I don't need or want one. Because sports ball is just not my thing. And let's see here, Picola Tea, busiest Pizza Hut delivery day of the year. Not even surprised. That reminds me once, though, there was many years ago, although it's probably happened more than once, the MTV Video Music Awards, they one year were sponsored by Taco Bell, and literally every single commercial break started and ended with a Taco Bell commercial. And apparently that night, Taco Bell reported its largest sales ever. And so, so, you know, those commercials, they work. And let's see here. I always like the Puppy Bowl and the Kitty Bowl. Right, but you like to see the commercials too. I really feel like for those of us who aren't into sports ball, we can still get into the Super Bowl because of the commercials. And on that note, you guys, I want to thank you all. It is 1 minute past the bottom of the hour. We didn't have any commercials here, and you still stuck through. Of course, for all I know, you might have ordered some pizza, or ordered some Taco Bell, or ordered some something, but at least we all hung out, even though there was no commercial breaks. All right, you guys, we will see each other Saturday, 6 p.m. West Coast time for Goodfellas. And yeah, I hope you guys stay cozy. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and we will hopefully see each other. Oh, remember, you guys, Saturday, Map Statter on Twitch. Map Statter. All right. Thank you, mods. Thank you, subbers. Give subbers, chatters, and everybody